How to organize the kitchen space. It's a tough but possible task to organize the kitchen space properly. In this video, we'll tell you how to do it. Just spend one day, buy containers and baskets of different sizes, and do it. If you are inspired by the interior ideas from the video and you want to implement them in your kitchen, you can purchase the storage accessories you liked from the links below. Step 1. Empty kitchen cabinets. Bulk foods, tea and coffee are usually stored in hanging cabinets. Over time, open packages, jars with spices, plastic bags and all sorts of trifles cause chaos on shelves. It's extremely difficult to sort out the products as well as to estimate the amount left. You buy another pack of pasta and after a while you discover 3 more packs lying in the far corner of the cabinet. To put things right, you should start with emptying all the shelves to estimate your food stocks and understand where you should put every particular product. By the way, don't forget to check the shelf life when revising the products. Immediately throw away suspicious packs of semi-finished products, such as packaged jelly with unreadable markings. Step 2. Sort products out in containers and baskets. The point of this revision is to sort the products out by categories. For example, in one basket you should put only semi-finished products, sweets in another, breads or packs of spices in the third one. That is, the main task is to systemize storage. Otherwise, after a while, you'll have the same chaos you had in the cabinets, but now it will be in the baskets. Pour the cereals, flour and sugar into transparent plastic containers. Thus, you'll save space on the shelves and will always be able to see how much is left. Indeed, it's much easier than looking through the packs to understand whether you need to buy a pack of buckwheat in a store. You can take common containers or something like trays in which you buy bulk sweets in stores. They have a non-standard shape with the flap lid located at an angle to the base, which makes them much more convenient to use. Consider this option if you buy different sorts of sugar or flour. The same containers will be suitable for protein shakes. Just don't forget to label the containers. If you are lucky and you have a large cabinet in the kitchen, you can buy a cereal dispenser. This is a large container with 6 or more compartments, a rotating base and a special mechanism for delivering cereals into the measuring compartment. Put the container on the bottom shelf, and when you want to cook porridge, just select the compartment you need and the dispenser will give out the necessary amount of cereal. You won't have to get anything from the cabinet. You can spare a separate rectangular basket with low sides to store packs of pasta. In the same type of baskets, you can put bread, chips and packed sweets. Not to get the baskets wrong, label them with stickers. Thus, it will be more convenient to find the things you need and keep order. For spices, candied fruits or nuts, you should buy a set of small containers that will be stacked atop each other. Thus, they'll take up very little space. Step 3. Organize baskets on the shelves. The storage principle is simple. You should put everything that you use often on the bottom and middle shelves, and put on the higher shelves all those rarely used things. This also applies both to products and small household appliances. For example, you should put the mixer on the upper shelf if you take it out of the box 2 or 3 times a year. And containers with sugar or baskets with bread can take up the vacant space. If you are used to storing canned food in the closet instead of a fridge, then folding shelves will help you use the free space as efficiently as possible. They provide an additional horizontal surface for storage. That means you can put 2 rows of cans on such shelves, and it will be much easier to get them than if you just put them atop each other. These shelves can also be used to store low containers. Step 4. Sort out the mess in the drawers. After you've sorted out the hanging cabinets, you can start the revision of the contents of your drawers. Put such accessories as kitchen paddles, wire whisks and can openers in a separate container. If you are fond of cooking and you have heaps of baking foil or parchment paper, then you should either put it in a separate drawer or find a basket or container for it, if you don't have much space. It's recommended putting tableware in a compartment of a special organizer. If a common one with rectangular compartments doesn't suit you and all the forks and knives keep mixing up, look for an organizer with deepening shapes as spoons, forks and knives. Such an organizer will make it much more difficult to make a mess. You should sort large kitchenware out by size. Put small pots, pancake pans and baking pans on one shelf and place cauldrons, large pans and pots on another one. You'd better place their lids separately as well. You can just stack them carefully or buy a special organizer. Even if there aren't enough free shelves in the cabinets and you use the oven as a storage place, you still should store pot lids separately. And put pans and pots into each other like a puzzle. In this case, it will be much easier to get them if you need to empty the oven. Step 5. Organize storage of household chemicals. Spare a separate drawer for kitchen towels and cleaning cloths. If you fold them carefully, you'll still have enough space for cutting boards. And, of course, don't forget about the indispensable bag with bags. Don't waste time on folding them in any special way. Anyway, you won't do it all the time. The bags won't take up much space if you just carefully fold them and put them in a separate container. You should find a place to store kitchen sponges and household chemicals. It may be a plastic basket or a lidded container that you can hide in a cabinet under the sink. And, by the way, it's better to hide a bottle of dishwashing liquid. Instead, put a dispenser next to the sink, which will look much neater. Step 6. Optimize the countertop space. Let's start with household appliances. You should spare a separate area on the countertop for a kettle, coffee machine or toaster and put them side by side. Thus, the rest of the countertop will remain free and household appliances won't interfere with your cooking. Don't worry if you have only one outlet. Just buy a triple adapter that will match the color of the splashback tiles. Don't clutter the countertop at the stove with bottles of oil or saucers, vases and baskets. All these things make difficulties and provoke disorder. The countertop looks neat only when there are no unnecessary things on it. If you still aren't ready to hide your favorite teapot or mug in the closet, just put them on a tray. It will look stylish and neat. Feel free to experiment. Invent your own solutions and remember that the main thing about design is not to buy expensive decoration and furniture, but to use space in a convenient and practical way. Thanks for watching. Check out other videos with the ideas for interior and click the bell button to stay in touch. You will find the links to the storage accessories you liked below the video. Enjoy shopping and embrace the changes.